Hello, and welcome to Metal Brunch Club, a podcast about coffee, blast beats, and three dudes' opinions on metal albums you never wanted. So, crank those volume levels to 11 and enjoy some good old-fashioned metal music with your hosts Bryan, Nick, and Jordan. It's time for Metal Brunch
Episode 23.
20. Episode 20. I remember when I was 23. Back when I was 23. Music was good.
Speaking of being old,
shit.
It's throwback week.
Got my girl jeans on. I went by PacSun.
Oh, damn.
And
We should have done that.
got my studded belt.
It's a great idea to have now when we're recording. I would have put my shit fucking emo hair on.
My band tee was definitely a small, and I should have probably worn like a medium or a large. And
the cheese straightener and
Bryan, get your snake bites back.
Yeah,
those
get the snake bites back.
I should have actually changed the camera to be from there to like up in the corner, so we could just constantly just.
I need my gauges back.
Yeah, the gauges back.
Oh man,
need to go back to hating my parents again.
Yeah. I still do. No, man, we've got a lot of really great stuff to talk about today because we are going back in time to the 2000s.
2000 to 2010.
I think the time frame we picked was 2000, 2010. We just really wanted to have some fun with this episode and go back and talk about some impactful albums for us and some different, records and artists and things like that really influenced our taste today.
Yeah. Oh yes,
I'm excited. We've kind of alluded to maybe one or two bands that we all enjoy, but I'm really excited to hear like what else you guys bring to the table because it's fun to
go back
in time a little bit.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like Bryan and I, we were in that time together. We were like in a band together. Yeah. We had an apartment together, and our lives just kind of revolved around metal music. So a lot of the stuff that we probably both have in common. Although I think I did maybe pick like one or two things that you don't really share a commonality with. But it'll be interesting to hear our sort of tastes and things that we listen to and like kind of compare it against yours as well. So interested to hear what you guys brought. But I can kick it off. So like we each chose 5 albums which was extremely difficult, but 5 albums that we felt like were like really impactful for us whenever we were younger, listening to metal music and being little shitheads and
fucking spin kicking.
Yeah. So
back when we were in the pits.
Yeah. When I wasn't afraid.
When I wasn't afraid.
When my body didn't ache after 5 minutes of being at a show, and I was just like, God damn, where's the couch?
My back.
Back when I was just like a big asshole, you know what I mean? Like just a fucking dummy asshole idiot
with your Walkman or what the fuck ever, just constantly, just bumping
asshole, dude.
Just being a shithead.
CDs in MySpace,
Hot Topic ended up.
Man.
Woo, those were the times.
Yeah, I can't wait to relive that a little bit.
Well, let's kick it off in 2003. So we're going way the fuck back. I was
20 years. Wow.
Yeah.
I was 13.
I was in high school.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I think I was actually like 16. I think I turned 16 whenever I bought this record. So maybe I bought it in like 2004 or something. But I'm starting off with this one because I think that this was like the actual first CD I ever purchased. So Chimera, The Impossibility of Reason, came out in 2003. Classic. And I remember like it was sort of like one of the first bands to transition me out of nu metal.
Yep.
Because up until that point I was listening to like a lot of nu metal.
Linkin Park, you got
Deftones, you got fucking Korn, you got
Slipknot, you got
Slipknot. Yeah, all that kind of shit. And then I found Chimera, and they were sort of like my introduction to like faster, heavier, more like extreme metal music, and I was like into it. I think I just went, like I got my license and I was like, I want to go somewhere, I want to do something. So I went to Best Buy.
Hell yeah, brother.
And I didn't actually know like what I was going there to get. I was like, I'm going to go to Best Buy and buy a fucking CD because that's what you did.
Those were good times.
So I just kind of remember just like walking through and just like looking at shit. And then I saw the Chimera album, and then my friend I remember that my friend who I was actually in a band with at that time, we were in a new metal band.
Hell yeah! Ooh.
What the fuck were we called? I can't. Degrees of Alone, I think.
Ooh.
Was this before Grip, or is this a different band?
This was like
Grip is a really good band name.
This was like my first band ever. Like I was
Degrees of Alone.
I think I was like 15 whenever we started the band, and I didn't know shit about playing drums. And anyway.
Did you still have a double kick then, or were you?
I started off on a double kick.
You have
for
to.
sure. Yeah.
Jordan, I don't know if you knew this, but Nick also used to do vocals at one point.
Yeah,
I actually did. I've seen a few of the videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I think I have like a recording. I can find like a recording, but
that should be one of our intros.
I probably should. I should probably bury that shit.
This. Yeah, I need to bury this now.
Now it's recorded. It's in the public domain now. You by law have to.
Someone else absolutely has. Someone else I've been in a band with absolutely has fucking some music with me.
Call to action.
Singing or screaming on it. Anyway, I was fucking garbage. Anyway, yeah. So I was in a band. I played drums in the band, and my guitarist, shout out Nick Biondo.
Ooh.
I just remember him like saying Chimera, saying their name. So I saw the CD and I was like, oh, okay. Like I guess I'll get this and see what it's all about. See if I like it, and it like, rocked my world. So I'm gonna play a clip from the song Power Trip.
Ooh.
And I think I was just so like blown away by like how fast the drums are, how fast the riffs are, how fast the heavy the shit was compared to like everything else I was listening to at the time. But I'm gonna play a little clip from that song. I think it's the end of the song.
Hell yeah.
You are the one who's forsaken us all. Nothing has changed, so together we bow. I am the one who's led us to believe. You can't change me.
This solo.
I will not fail again. I will not let you in. Fuck your power trip. I will not fail again. I will not let you in. Fuck your power trip.
God damn.
Right? I was like,
That was pretty solid.
when I heard that shit when I was like 16, I was like, what the fuck?
You're like, they're allowed to say fuck?
Yeah. And then I was like, this
Parental
fucking drummer,
advisory.
like, I'm never going to be this fucking good.
Dude,
Holy
yeah.
shit, I suck. And so, yeah, it was just like my introduction to like more extreme, fast, aggressive music.
Those
like that. And I was
riffs
like, wow.
absolutely fuck.
Yeah,
Like, they
I know,
are so goddamn good.
Still holds up. Like, I haven't
hold
listened to
up,
this
yeah.
record in a long time, and
I want to
I
now.
listened through it, and I was like, fuck, this was like actually like a good record. And they also do this weird thing where their vocalist somehow like creates like choruses. And that was like the first time I heard like this style of metal music where like almost every song has like a chorus piece where he repeats like some sort of like screaming melody, and they always bring it back, and it just works really great throughout the record. Anyway,
hell yeah, brother.
I don't know, go back and listen to it. It's from 2003, so
That's
just
awesome.
expect it's from 2003. And definitely like a throwback for me, for sure.
We are off to a strong start, if Power Trip is any indication.
Well, hey, next up, we've got a classic, probably most other people are more familiar with, and I don't really even have any notes about this band because I feel like everybody knows who they are. Killswitch Engage.
Who?
I'm talking about
Who?
As Daylight Dies, 2006 album.
I think I know.
Classic.
And I picked the song My Curse just because this chorus I feel like is
My curse.
yeah.
Damn.
God damn it, Howard Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway. Just like obviously like
Classic.
I don't know. I think this was the record that I got into with Killswitch Engage because I went back and I listened to the one with Jesse Leach.
Yeah.
I went back and I listened to that one like after hearing this one, and I really liked both. But something about Howard's vocals, just like every song on this record is like so well written and the choruses are always like so like fucking catchy, and all the riffs and breakdowns are great. So it was a lot of fun like going back and listening to it again.
Dude, yeah.
For me, Killswitch, it was End of Heartache. That album, so good, and that's the first time I listened to it. But it also got me back to, I think it's Alive or Just Breathing. I think it's the album with Jesse.
Yeah. And
I mean, both albums, and As Daylight Dies, all three of those albums are incredible. So
Yep. Yeah, so great. Killswitch and Gage. We all know about that one. Nothing else to really say there. Let's talk about As Cities Burn.
Ooh, a name I have not heard
very interesting.
in many moons.
Yeah. This, and I know that you also probably like listen to this record a lot too, but I probably have listened to this record like over 1,000 times, like easily. Just because like back in the day, like I used to love just being emo as fuck and like feeling hella sad, and I would just fucking jam this shit.
Back in the day, like that's still today, my
today.
guy.
I'd actually listened to it earlier, and I was like, fuck, I gotta listen to this whole.
And it was raining today too, so it was like perfect.
I gotta get sad, and I gotta listen to this.
I gotta get sad.
But the guitar work, the lyrics, the melodies, the production, the whole record was just like kind of something like different at that time. It was really unique, and yeah, man, the songwriting is great. It's absolutely a masterpiece in my mind. So I'm gonna play a track from that you might recognize.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
good.
nostalgic. That was I grew up like in a super Christian upbringing, and that was also like a huge album for like all the Christian scene kids.
Yeah, honestly, like I think like even back then I didn't really realize that they were like Christian music at first. Eventually, I think someone told me, and I was like, whatever, I love this.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Half of the bands we listened to back then, we didn't know they were.
Yeah, we didn't know they were Christian.
All of them were Christian. Like it was like whatever. Like who cares?
But now it makes totally sense. Like listen to that chorus. Like
Yeah.
Okay, that's definitely like,
Funny story. I don't know if you guys knew this, but they are coming to Furnace Fest this year.
Yeah, I thought I saw that. Yeah.
Shit.
So
Yeah.
anybody listening, if you're a As Cities Burn fan, they're gonna be.
Is it with OG vocalist or
I don't know.
new?
I'll have to look into it.
I feel like a lot of their shows that they've been doing, because I've seen that they like have a show pop every now and then.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's usually with their.
If they played,
That's tight.
they could
Okay,
play
cool.
just that album.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be so
That'd be
happy.
cool. Yeah.
I just love like the kind of like discordant, like mathy, noisy riff
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
beginning.
The guitar work is like
It's so unique.
and their tone and stuff like it definitely like started a vibe, and I think a lot of people tried to copy and replicate.
I actually never really thought about it until just now listening to it. Like I can see like Dance Gavin Dance having taken some elements of like or like Will did at least from bands like As Cities Burn. Like a lot of that I was like, oh, I could totally see this on an older GGD record. So like it's cool to go back and listen to that again.
Yeah, like As Cities Burn was always like popular too with like Thursday and you know The Used
Finch.
and all those other Finch.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I saw them live again like 5 years ago. The lead singer still had like the emo hair and like the checkered belt, and I was like, my guy's not left his mom's basement since this album released.
yes,
He's just leaning into it still.
Yeah.
I love
Fuck it.
So good.
So good, man. That was a great throwback though.
All right, man. Keep it coming.
Keep
Like,
it going.
this is
Yes.
dopamine for me right now. I need this.
Okay, well, next is a band that everybody is aware of as well, Between the Buried and Me. But I'm really throwing it back with their 2003 album, The Silent Circus.
Ooh.
And yeah, so whenever I told these guys I would like, or they saw this, they're like, "Wow, I'm surprised you didn't pick Alaska." And like literally my first note that I wrote down was like, it was hard not to choose Alaska because that record is extremely impactful for me. Very perfect, like just an amazing record. But I really loved the Silent Circus. I mean, it's what got me into Between the Buried and Me. And I think that for me, it's just because this record was such a unique like piece of art for its time. I remember like listening back at that time and just being like, you can like do this with music because of the way that they blended genres, the way that they would just like fucking change a song from one thing to another, like chaotic, heavy, fast, riffing into like something like beautiful and melodic. And so I picked the song Mordecai to show you guys because that is basically the perfect example. And also this clip is a little bit long because I really had to, you know,
it's progressive metal. It's tough to like.
Yeah. I really had to show you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There's that change.
They do stuff like this so well, though. And like these transitions to the soft parts.
I was like, what the fuck? This guy can sing like this? Like,
so good.
Yeah, he's such a fucking great singer and screamer. Wow.
He broke the law.
I blended this part here because like I wanted to show what this like leads into. It's like so, I don't know. Every part is just like so different. Yeah.
Put up your lighter.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy knowing that album came out in 2003. Like,
yeah,
it's insane. Like,
yeah.
I don't think I ever really appreciated just like how, I don't know, fucking knew what these, you know, artists were doing back then.
Yeah.
Right.
It was just like it was unheard of. You know?
I was like doing fucking like nothing.
Right. It's like,
makes me look back and be like, dude, I thought I was good. Like I thought like I was like, we're in a band, we're gonna make it. I was like, fuck
gonna
no.
make it.
They're writing the same shit at that time. Like I was like wiping my ass in high school. Like, anyway, that song was just like that was a song that like whenever it came out and I discovered it, like I couldn't wait to show it to my friends. And I remember just like always sitting people down and being like, have you heard this? No. And then like I would be listening to it, like watching their reaction, like just wait until it changes.
And they're sitting there like, this is a 7-minute long song? Like,
yeah. Then like I'm like, just wait, it gets really good. And like 5 minutes in, like it fucking changes and they're like, woo! So
dude, and Tommy Giles, he doesn't sound as good nowadays, but he's also been doing it for like 30 years. But like, man, old school Between the Buried and Me, he is like, in my opinion, an unparalleled vocalist. Like that guy's range in both cleans and harsh vocals.
He makes the project for sure too. I mean, like everybody in Between the Buried and Me is like insanely talented and amazing. Just like as somehow like these people found each other and made the most like amazing thing.
And then they made Colors and just like changed my life for forever.
It's like a KC crescendo of metal or whatever, you know.
For sure. Yeah.
It's like the third time we mentioned Casey Crescenzo as well.
I was looking when I was looking back, I was like, Receiving in the Sirens.
Dude, Receiving in the Sirens.
And I was like, nah, this is
One's calling for a lockdown, baby.
Yeah.
I saw those guys at the original Creepy Crawl with Panic at the Disco. It was Panic's first ever tour.
That's awesome.
Dude, it was
I saw
stinky.
them at Family Reno. It was like the Taste of Chaos.
Dude, nice.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I got this stupid fucking tattoo on my arm that says, "My life is a rhythm" on it, which is literally a KCD lyric.
I love that line.
Yeah. Back then I was like, "My life is a rhythm. I'm a drummer.
Yeah,
get
put it on my body.
Yeah. And I'm like, fuck. People are like, "What's that mean?" I'm like, fuck.
You have to explain.
It means I liked a cool band back in the day. Anyway.
Yeah, I was a dumbass in the early 2000s. Anyway,
What you got?
last one for me, All Shall Perish. Just a classic death metal
So good.
record. The Price of Existence came out in 2006.
So good.
Just breeze and breakdowns and riffs. And this was, I think,
breakdowns.
this was definitely like early Pig Squeal days too. So I feel like the Pig Squeals on this record were like, oh, that's fucking good. Because I think Job for a Cowboy definitely like initiated it. But and I don't know like who was like the originator of like the Pig Squeal. I think a few different bands were kind of doing it at the same time. But this is definitely one of those bands where like their vocalist always did it, and it always just made me like get like a big smile on my face. So
You come to your little
came in my little shorts.
my
little diaper.
your little girl jeans.
Yeah.
My little diaper.
So the song that I chose is a song called Eradication. I'm just going to play it for you because there's a juicy brie in there. We definitely all stole that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
After hearing this song, I like all of our bands were like,
It sounded probably terrible 50% of the time.
Yeah, that technique like was stolen by like everybody after Al Sharpers did. They're like, whoa, you can do that?
I got the most like crab corn vibes and like just that wide power stance and the like bent over with that chug. It's so fucking good.
and I love that brie in there. I think it's just because it sounds like he's saying brie. He's saying like baby, and I just always go brie.
First time I ever saw Jason Richardson, he was actually playing with these
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
guys
he was in that
at
band for a while,
Pops.
wasn't he?
Yeah. And oh my God, he shredded.
And then dipped after a year because I think that's like what Jason does in other bands. He's like, I'm gonna write your best album for you, and then
Bye-bye.
Well,
Good luck.
It was Chris Story who wrote the album, like the guitar work. But I think like he came through and like replaced Chris Story or something like that, and then it was just like on to like Born of Osiris, and then Chelsea Grin and whoever, you know.
Yeah.
But so good, man.
Dude.
Man, that was.
Those are some good ones because I feel
back.
like like we're that song specifically. I feel like at any time we were playing beer pong and all the homies were over. You know what I mean? We're fucking
driving in your
smoking
Mercury
cigarettes.
Sable.
Yeah, cruising around in fucking shitty like old ass cars. We would fucking this song would come on in the middle of the party and everyone would just be like, everybody would just do the baby part together. Yeah. So anyway, those just remind me of like different times in my life. I feel like they were good throwbacks for me. So I'm excited to hear what you boys brought to the table.
Hell yeah.
Jordan, let's do you.
Yeah.
Let's go you.
So you brought the nostalgia and like these big ones that we all definitely know, and I'm gonna be kind of, I guess, like not a surprise. I'm the like pretentious snobby asshole that's bringing like here's my unknown hidden gems.
Have you heard this one? Probably not.
You all are a reason that they're not a band anymore. So here I'm gonna show you
Thanks
what
a lot
you.
for not supporting my favorite fucking band in 2004.
Yeah, I'm still angry about it. Fucking 20 years later, it's fine. So anyway, I do have some bands that are like well known, but I maybe didn't necessarily like bring their most well known album. Just because I maybe came to them later than other people did.
It honestly makes so much sense, like with our musical taste nowadays.
Looking at what I'm bringing to the table, like
deep cuts, niche,
cuts.
weird
shit,
experimental shit.
experimental shit. Yeah, you are the academic. You are, big brain over here. So.
I don't know about that. I'm just an asshole. So the first one I'm going to bring to you guys is, in my opinion, I'm going to make a very bold claim right now. The most underrated metalcore band that's ever existed. Ooh. Their name is Johnny Truant. They released 3 albums over the course of 7 years, and each was like a market improvement over the last. I first heard them. There was a song called "The Bloodening," which is a tight name, and it was all about vampires. So I was like, back in the day when I was like edgy as hell, I was like,
Blade.
hell yeah, dude. And it had this sick ass
How is a
bass
vampire?
slide. Yeah, this sick ass bass slide that lasted like 10 seconds, and like I was just like, and it was the best.
Yeah.
So these
try to
guys
jerk off in that 10
trying to
seconds?
jerk off in that 10 seconds to like my fucking printout of like Britney Spears naked, and it wasn't actually her, but it was
Just a Photoshop.
yeah,
face.
Photoshop had, and it was terribly photoshopped.
I downloaded this on Kazaa.
We all knew it wasn't her. We didn't
Slime
care.
wire.
Yeah, I was trying to get this shit on LimeWire or some shit like that. Yeah, and I had to download each song individually.
Come on,
Terrible,
CTT.
terrible. Oh, I got a virus. Fuck. So yeah, these guys, they are the kings of like writing bouncy ass riffs. They
Bouncy.
they definitely got their gnarly breakdowns, but there is just a level of technicality and just like swagger to everything that they write. There's zero wasted time. They write mad amounts of riffs. The production is still incredibly solid. This did come out in 2009, so back when like computers were kind of okay.
Yeah.
But like still, sounds really good. Their last album, No Tears for Creatures, is what I'm bringing a song from. In my opinion, their penultimate. They also started adding like Doom adjacent writing, and yeah, I'm just bummed that I didn't get to see more. So the song I want to show you guys is from The Last Arms of the Apocalypse.
That
Yeah.
was fun.
I could see myself.
Yeah, I'm
in
gonna have to listen to that.
2009 being like, oh,
The riff was cool. The
Dude, it was like killing my own children that I don't have, trying to figure out like what song and what time clip I would choose from this, because I'm like,
yeah.
nothing from this album in my
Which
opinion
choice
is bad.
is it? Little
Yeah.
Timmy or is it little,
Yeah.
little Sally? One of you has got.
And
skills.
so I was sitting there with Kylie, who doesn't really like metal, my girlfriend, and I was
Yeah.
like, which song do you think is the coolest? She's like, they all sound the same to me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
How
She's
dare
like,
you.
This is all trash.
Yeah. This is Johnny Truant.
blasphemy.
And one thing that this made me kind of miss, like just listening to that, is being able to predict when there's going to be a squeal. Because,
yes.
Because like
So many
we totally
squeals
were
back
like,
in
oh,
the
I've
day.
never heard this before, and then like, people just like knew exactly when it was going to come. You can't do that now.
No.
You listen to some shit, and I'm like, and it's like,
Trying to do
no,
that with Darko, and it's just like,
yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
let's
What's
do a
gonna
big
happen?
squeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool though. Cool,
Yeah.
cool
That
vibes.
was awesome.
There's stuff that it's all really good. There's
I never heard of them, so
yeah,
I'll have to
man.
go back.
No Tears for Creatures. It's
Sad I never listened to them.
the album
Yeah.
cover art is just like an eye, like looking down, like
Ooh,
kind of
spooky.
kind of weird. So it's pretty vibey. It's pretty tight. So next up, got a band for you guys that I actually came to probably a little bit later. Poison the Well. With their album, we're looking at Spotify for Johnny Truant. They are the most
Oh, I love it.
emo-looking
Yeah, very
fuckers. I could
cliche.
probably toss that up here on the
Life of
background.
Frosty,
It's a great band promo.
Dude, it's the
Yeah.
best band promo.
kind of fucked up, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, Poison the Well. Everyone's probably heard of them.
yeah.
They
Great
kind of were in the same like tour tickets as like Norma Jean, Under Oath, all of those guys. And Caven, but like never really in my mind like took off the same as
Yeah.
some of those other guys did.
Definitely like
definitely
unappreciated
underrated.
Yeah.
band.
But like incredibly talented. Like
Yeah.
you go back and listen to everything, you're like, why didn't these guys like make it compared to all the rest? So, you know, a lot of people, their first album or their first big album was You Come Before You, which is great. The one I'm bringing to the table though is Tropic Rot, which is the one that most people don't even realize is a Poison the Well album, and even the fans are like, it's not a good Poison the Well album, and I disagree. It's a little bit more melodic and a little bit more like experimental with some of their choices, but I still think it's really good. And Jeffrey Morera, the vocalist, fucking shreds it on it. So we're gonna listen to Celebrate the Pyre, and you guys are maybe gonna come in your pants.
They got to
Yeah, for some reason this record that like was never one that I listened to, man, which is like kind of a bummer because I do like that. I dig that vibe a lot, and I think I probably would have fucking been into it in 2009 when this came out. But what did I listen? I definitely listened to "Tear from the Red."
I was just gonna say,
"Tear from the Red" is also like the other one.
Did I listen to the opposite of December or season?
So that was when I think everyone kind of started to fall off.
Yeah.
Yep, I listened to that one.
Yeah, that was in 1999.
Yeah, dude,
Wow.
Holy shit.
they were around for a while.
Holy hell!
I think I did listen to that, but I definitely like
That date
in the
looks familiar.
2000s. But yeah, man, like
Yeah.
I loved what the fuck, You Come Before You.
Yeah, You Come Before You is the one that like.
I mean, I don't think I listened to anything else after that, to be honest. Maybe
I never listened to Tropic Rod.
Dude, Tropic Raw is great. It's like I said, it's a little bit more like post-hardcore, like I don't know, groovy. That little clip right there is very emblematic on like how a lot of everything sounds on there. Like you got like some really good cleans, you got some grooves in there. It's tasty. It's some fun shit.
Yeah.
I
Did
never.
you guys ever listen to From Autumn to Ashes?
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
dude, yeah.
Because when I think Poison the Well, I think of
Yeah.
From Autumn to Ashes.
I
and,
literally
a
like
lot of
when
those.
we were doing this, I was like listening to them. I was like, oh, should I?
It's so hard. Yeah.
And like listening back to it, I was like, damn, this was pretty like impactful for me. But
Yeah.
so I think that was like so early still, like maybe before like a lot of this stuff. Anyway, like
one of the first bands that like had a drummer be a predominant vocalist.
Yeah.
And that was always something I remember listening to. Like, how can you fucking do like double bass?
Yeah.
And sing?
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's for sure like what led me into doing vocals is I remember hearing that, and then like I remember I was
Drummers
like,
can
I was
do
playing
that.
drums like in a band, and I was like, I want to scream on a song, so like somebody gave me a mic, and I was like, you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
I just learned to do it while I was playing drums, and I was in like a shitty band, 1157 I think.
Oh,
11:57,
yeah.
nice.
Throwing it back.
1157.
Classic.
Yeah, so yeah, I was like, damn, you can actually be a vocalist as a drummer, and then I started doing it more, and I got into vocals, but I sucked ass at fucking vocals.
We're gonna find that song, and we are
we
gonna.
will.
Hopefully, no one finds
My
that
single of
shit.
the week is gonna be. Actually, we're gonna do a throwback.
Yeah,
The band. What,
I'm like, huh?
It's like Signals something.
Misery Signals.
No, you're
Signal the
old band.
Sirens.
Signal
Oh, yeah.
the Sirens.
Signal
That's
the
it.
Sirens.
I was like, it's Signal something.
You know what's actually funny is like I feel like whenever you guys say the old bands that you were in, because I wasn't in the band scene like they were. Like you guys were like, I was in this band. I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw you guys
Sometime.
at some point play a show. Like
We played lots of shows. I mean, that was probably the band that I was the best in. I mean, I was still garbage, but like I was at my best at that point, and then
Yeah.
I stopped after that. I was like, I'm just gonna play drums.
yeah, fucking
it.
stop.
I'm not good at this.
All right, what more you got for
All right,
us?
so next up, a band called Fear Before the March of Flames, who changed their name to Fear Before at some point. Now, are you guys like? Did you guys ever really listen to Fear Before the March of Flames at all, or?
Yeah, yes and no for
Yeah.
me. Like
Yeah.
I'm familiar with their work, but I don't think I was like a diehard fan or anything.
There was
back in the
definitely
day.
some tracks I would recognize, but yeah, same. I wasn't like there was like no like full records or anything I was jamming from them.
So they're a band that like kind of got me into more like the progressive and experimental side of things. They never really wrote the same album twice. Like their first one was a very like classic post-hardcore. Their second album, Art Damage, was more like along like the hardcore, grindcore, like noise sides of things. And then their third album, at least I believe their third album, The Always Open Mouth, is my personal
okay.
favorite.
It looks familiar.
Yeah, The Always Open Mouth is kind of all over the place. They added a third guitarist and a keyboardist, and they started adding a lot more atmospheric, electronic, and just kind of like niftier elements to their songs. They started like allowing their songs to actually breathe, having 6-minute long songs, things like that. The song I'm going to show you guys is again, this is a very tough decision for me, but a song called A Brief Tour in Bacchanalia. Yeah, I mean, hella emo in that picture
Classic.
too.
Love it.
Goose, the drummer,
Goose.
their last drummer actually is the drummer from Every Time I Die, and he also was in Norma Jean and stuff like that. The guy in the far right in that
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
Yeah,
I thought he
Goose,
looked familiar. I
Yeah,
was like,
he's been in a bunch of like my favorite metal bands. So A Brief Tour, I got 2 clips from it. First part is kind of like this like almost westerny, bass-driven, kind of like atmospheric section. And then the last part of it is just a fucking gnar-ass breakdown. So let's go ahead and give it a listen. Man, that cut off real rough. But no, like that.
I think I forgot to fade it. Maybe.
Yeah, that bass tone, crispy, like that.
Experimental for sure.
Yeah.
The way you described it, what did you say? Westerny.
What kind of westerny? I don't know. Like
I was like, this is some new shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is? I was like, what am I gonna listen to?
Well, the weird guitar effects going on there, kind of they're pretty fun.
Yeah,
very atmospheric.
The drums.
Yeah. It's one of those bass lines where like it's one that stuck with me since I first heard it, and just one that like I actually started to like teach myself bass with some of these songs on here just because they were audible. So yeah, you got that bit. It then kind of culminates into this breakdown section here.
Ooh.
Definitely some more noisiness up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's the weird thing with them is like they never had like great vocals. Like their vocals are definitely very tough to digest. Like they're not classically good or like what you would think of.
Yeah. It's always like tucked like far in the right corner. It feels like
they definitely have that post-hardcore feel. I mean, they could probably fit alongside like As Cities Burn and stuff.
Yeah, they actually had Anthony Green on one song, and it wasn't even a predominant thing. Anthony's just like yelling in the background, and like so that was I think like when he was big into like the sound of animals fighting and stuff like that, and where he was like doing weirder shit.
Which they just
put out
came through
new
here.
Good shit, and they also put out a new good album for EP.
I listened to one song and I was like, this is fucking kind of good. Yeah, I think that was probably.
But yeah. Fear Before Man, like they always have like a special place in my heart. There's like been rumors that they're getting back together and kind of vibing out and everything, and I hope every day that they do.
Get back together.
Everyone's getting back together after the COVID.
You gotta fucking make some money. You
gotta make some money, and I will buy everything from you guys. So next up for you guys, a band that really needs no introduction, Every Time I Die. Their album, The New Black, was actually the first album that I bought for myself. I turned 16, went to Best Buy myself, actually.
Yeah.
I heard this song on Guitar Hero, I think. The song Kill the Music, which is what we're going to be playing. Went to Best Buy, bought this album, and like pretty much just burnt this shit into the ground. So yeah, Kill the Music is like, I think, a quintessential Every Time I Die song. It's bouncy riffs, really like sardonic, sarcastic lyrics, and like a great chorus. And it's something that you kind of see them. This is a transition album for them. They were like kind of more chaotic before, and this is when they started adding those clean, the nicer
we can
cleans.
make more money this way.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna listen to Kill the Music and just have a good old time.
And your door is an all black lung, it's terrific, uninviting and pliable. With the noble reference of treasure she gave for us, for into our hands of lawlessness. Never mind the faithless courage of shame or the bravery of oblivion. Let our loud her mind, never coming back. So time is what it takes, then we'll both know what take is all we need. We're not equipped to stay unloved, but it's all we got and we're not at all alright. Come on, baby, come
What album is this?
The New Black.
New Black is a song, right?
Yeah, New Black is a song.
Oh, Gutter
Phenomenon. Sorry, my
okay.
bad. I always get those mixed up.
The New Black is that the song that was on Guitar Hero? Baby,
This is Kill the Music, right?
Yeah, this is Kill the
right,
Music. Yeah,
right.
baby,
You got me all. Yeah, everyone.
I'm
knows
not
that
at all
one.
down and out.
I like that you picked the track that I didn't even remember. I love it.
What?
Which is their opening song.
I know.
I feel like I remember the music video.
Once
for
I heard
that.
it, I was like, oh yeah, but like I was like, everyone knows the New Black from that album because it's their mainstreamy song. Because when
Yeah,
they wrote
yeah.
this album, everything like changed for them for sure.
Yeah, because this is the one where like Keith was probably like 50% of the time singing,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone was like, they've gone like mainstream. And it's like, no, they just are better than everyone else.
See, I didn't listen to them before this record, so I was like, I love this because it was
Same
kinda
here,
like
yeah.
Did you listen to Hot Damn, Jordan?
I listened to
Did you
Hot
guys?
Damn after I listened to
After?
Gutter
Okay,
Phenomenon.
okay.
And I love Hot Damn still.
I feel like I came to that after.
Romeo Go Go sounds.
I mean, you have them play Drag the
Ebola-rama.
Lake. You'll find it's
Oh,
full of
yeah.
love in a fucking live
Ebola-rama's
scene.
so
I don't actually mosh anymore, but the last time I saw them was like 3 years ago with the Chariot, like 4 years ago, and they played Ebola-rama and did that, and I just like, I'm gonna feel this in the morning.
Yeah.
But I got
Is
that
that the music video where they're at the roller rink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
Yeah, I
dude.
remember
So
I
good.
just kind of went back to that after, and I was like, oh, this is sick.
Dude,
But,
yeah. That album
What a great
still
band.
slaps. Yeah, I mean, great band, RIP.
Yeah, they're still
Rip.
around. But
Yeah, they're still around, but not like
And that last album they put out was so good
perfect.
too.
Like, yeah, Every Time I Die is my favorite album or band. They also have my favorite albums. But yeah, it's good shit. It's fun.
So good, man.
Last thing I got for you guys, another little bit of a, not as appreciated band, because
here's another one you never heard.
here's another one you never heard. You might have
I've
heard
heard of
but
the Red
yeah.
Chord.
So the
I've
band is
definitely heard
called
of the Red Chord,
The
yeah.
Red Chord. So these guys started like releasing stuff around the same time as Between the Buried and Me did, and I feel like they were similar enough that like Between the Buried and Me kind of started going off. These guys also were incredibly inconsistent. Like they made the album Fused Together and Revolving Doors, dope. Clients was pretty good. Pray for Eyes started to like go a little bit more downhill, and then they absolutely just fucked everyone by releasing their album Fed Through the Teeth Machine,
I think that's the one.
2009.
2009. Fantastic album. Their guitarist, whose nickname is Gunface, which is also like the coolest thing.
Gunface.
Mackenzie Gunface, I
Gunface.
think. I don't remember his last
Wow.
name. But he was one guitarist, and you wouldn't guess it based off of like the dynamics and the layers that he does.
Yeah.
Everyone in this band is incredibly technical. Kind of progressive metal with occasional like grindy elements. So that might be like why I'm going on this journey now is because of these guys. But yeah, the album is Fed Through the Teeth Machine. The song is The Embarrassment Legacy.
Forgotten disgrace.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, there's a lot of good riffs in there. A lot
Some
of
thrashy.
tasty little.
Yum
yums.
Guy's right arm. He's strong.
I definitely, yeah, he's fucking
Oh,
jerking it.
he's jerking it like crazy.
I know this band. I've heard the band name. I don't recall. I feel like maybe if I listened to some of their music, there would be things I'd be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, just not one of those bands that I dove into either. So
Yeah, they wrote good music. Their vocalist went to like become a cop or something like that afterwards. So
fuck them.
yeah, so like he's I mean, there were talks that they were gonna come back and make a new album, but he obviously is making bad life decisions, so he's not gonna come back and maybe make that album. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Too
they're
busy harassing people.
yeah, he's Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, not wrong, but you should listen to our other podcast, which is Politics Brunch Club.
Yeah, Political Brunch Club.
Political Brunch Club.
Yeah, that's going to
Political
be...
bites.
We're working on that. It's probably not going to be as popular.
It's never going to be.
My colleagues are making eggs Benedict, and we are just getting hash browns. Does this seem fair to you? Is all I'm saying. So
Is that your Bernie?
that's my Bernie.
Is that your Bernie?
Does this seem fair to you?
That was a pretty good Bernie.
Thank you.
That was.
It's kind of got to get breathy.
All right, Brian.
So yeah, red cord.
All right.
Brian, what you got?
Let's get into...
Pivot.
Pivot.
All right, so no introduction for these guys. We all love them. Misery Signals.
Who?
I was like, one of these guys going to pick Misery Signals.
You know it.
I didn't pick Misery Signals because I assumed you guys were going to pick Misery Signals.
As soon as I saw Brian picked, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I saw that.
I can't pick Misery Signals.
Hard for me not to go back to the 2000s and not pick something from Misery Signals.
Yeah.
So
We had to show at least 2 wink wink Misery Signals. So might be more of that later.
Yeah, I mean their best 3 albums are in the 2000s.
It's true.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be showcasing a song off of Malice and Magnum Heart, and that's 2004.
Nice.
It's crazy to think, that it was that long ago. Maybe they'll re-release it. You should re-release it next year.
I think maybe this was like
With Carl.
another one of those bands. Oh yeah, bring him back.
No, I love Carl, but it's Jesse.
I'd be
man.
down to hear Carl. On
I
the
mean,
record.
if you got both,
Yo, just have
That'd be great.
Carl as
There
a
you go.
feature on a song, or have him do one full song, and
or
then
Jesse does
does
half the record, and
Yeah.
then Carl does the
Yeah.
other half of the record.
and then
love
you get
it.
rid of Jesse's part, and then you have Carl.
Whoa.
And then
the
you
other
have Carl
part.
come
Yeah.
back and re-record his parts.
Kidding. A Mouse Man Heart is great.
No,
It's
Jesse.
fantastic.
Jesse's performance on this record, this was one of the first bands that I did like the talking bit.
Yeah.
That like the poetic sort of talking bit that I was like, that makes me
And
feel something. You know what I
that
mean?
is
Like,
actually what we're gonna listen to.
and
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, just play it.
Okay.
Well, I know about vengeance upon thee. I've never forgotten for 1 second, but this was hard. You must know I regret that morning more than anything.
But this
and
is
I give
hard.
my life to get it back. That is not to say I don't love this, but there is not one day I can't forget. There's not one day. There is not one day.
You can really hear the twins working.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh man. Dude.
That song, if anybody doesn't know it, On Account of an Absence, and
Man.
it's definitely. I just like, for me, I've never heard a more epic talking part. Even
You know, it'll be hard.
Yeah. And I'll be
I
sucking your cock. Yeah.
It's my favorite.
The way that he intros into that breakdown, like I don't even know. The first time I heard that, I probably fucking came really hard.
You're
I
like,
mean,
people are allowed to
I
talk
bet-
in metal.
I bet
Yeah,
seeing that
it's
live,
like, wow.
like seeing that live, it's got to be awesome.
Intense.
Oh, yeah.
Great
yeah.
breakdown too.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Of course, Misery Signals.
Misery
Yeah.
Signals.
That record is another one of those. Like I think I was just like, oh, I'm gonna just buy this CD. It sounds cool.
Yep.
And then like I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I remember seeing the artwork and being like, this is like the fucking metalest thing I've ever seen. Because it's the dude with a dagger and his heart out and it's glowing. And it's like, this is tight.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, I think the first song I actually heard off that album was 5 Years.
Ooh.
And longest like opening riff of like a metal song you ever heard.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I was like, what is happening right now?
I'm like,
Yeah.
how many things are happening? Oh, that was just the one riff.
That was
and
one
then
riff.
now it
Okay.
repeats.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, oh. And then that's when you knew that Misery Signals was writing very
And then Brian
technical
put up his
pieces.
guitar.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
done with this.
But Misery Signals, classic,
Yeah. Huge influences
big
to
influences.
all of us, I feel.
Yep.
All right,
So-
Brian, keep me coming. I mean, keep them coming.
Oh, I'm going to keep you coming, all right. As I lay down.
I'm about to say complete
Yeah.
silence. That is what works
Oh,
for me. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you like
Don't
that?
say a word.
yeah.
That's the edging.
So, As I Lay
gotta
Dying.
concentrate.
As I Lay Dying. So it may be a little bit controversial nowadays, but we're not going to talk about that piece. We're going to talk about
Oh, Brian, I didn't know you supported killing your wife.
Wow, I'm beating
I
your
don't
wife.
support any of that stuff. I do support great music though, and Shadows Are Security is one of the like
That's what his Hitman
premium
said, but-
metalcore albums of 2000s, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's be honest. We all listened to it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
We were like, "Oh my god, this is like
I mean, 94 Hours was like one of those.
Oh yeah, that's the album before.
Can I actually say another take of mine that's not good?
Okay.
I never liked As I Lay Dying.
Boo, boo,
boo.
That's why you brought all the lame music today.
Yeah, the lame music.
Dude, 94 Hours, like that was like one of the first songs I feel like I heard like fast double bass.
Yeah.
It was like the first time it ever fucking happened.
That was all Jordan did, was just double
Yeah.
bass. He didn't do fills. He just did double bass.
I disagree. I think he's a good drummer.
No, he's a really good drummer. Yeah.
But
he was like the double
don't hate
bass
on
guy.
hate on As I Lay Dying now with their weird guy that has like the fucking army boots on and that plays weird hand.
Yeah, the Unearthed guy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, he's in
last
the-
episode you
yeah.
told us
Plays
about
classic grip.
Yeah,
Weird
they're
guy.
murderers now. They weren't then, okay?
Yeah.
So
that.
no, but
Nobody
yeah.
actually
He loved his
was
wife then.
murdered, though.
All right, let's fucking what
Anyways.
song is it?
Through Struggle.
Hell yeah.
Hey, thanks, guys. Kill your wives.
I saw these guys in 2006 at Pops with Norma Jean. I was like a little 17-year-old, and
I think I was
was
there.
killed in the pit. I was like, ah,
Yeah.
but I was
As
like
Bryan
coming
lays
at the same
dying.
time.
Yeah, I came
I was
all
like,
over.
ah,
If you were in that pit and you had cum on your back,
That was
Sorry.
me.
it was
I
me.
lost a shoe. I got it back.
As Bryan lays dying in the pit.
I laid dying. It was so good though.
Yeah.
I think that was the first one of the first real metalcore shows too, and I was like, why does my chest hurt from the double bass? Oh my god,
I can't hear
Yeah,
anything.
it was so loud. Yeah,
Oh.
I was there, dude. That was fucking.
I
epic
was
show.
there. We were there, and we
We
didn't
were
know.
fucking there.
We were there. Anyways,
All right, what else you got for me?
moving on. This album by a band called the Acacia Strain.
I know them.
The Dead Walk, 2006. It was the first time I ever heard Acacia Strain, and it was like, holy shit! Like this is just heavy on another
heavy
level.
as fuck and like mean.
And
angry.
I think Adam D from Killswitch produced this album.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
The
you were
production
right,
work,
yeah.
the production work
I
was
forgot about
incredible, and I mean,
Yeah,
Yep,
definitely.
Adam
So
D of
good.
Killswitch. Yep.
boom.
Definitely one of those bands that was like angry really early for me. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
fucking angry
Well,
shit.
and you played All Star Parish,
Yeah.
and I think so that was 2006, and Acacia Strain was 2006. I was listening to both those albums like nonstop, back and
back to
forth.
back.
Like,
Yeah. I think this was their first album too with their current drummer who's like a kick-ass drummer, and so like you could definitely start to see that. Yeah.
they
This
said
album
their
slays.
old guitarist DL in it, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yes, DL, yep, and Outhouse.
Yep.
Daniel DL and Daniel Outhouse.
Outhouse. I love it.
Yeah, fucking playing those
All
brown
right.
notes all the time.
What song is it, Brian?
The song is "Whoa, Shut It Down."
Whoa.
Everyone will suffer.
Oh yeah.
I have given up on you. So who the fuck do you think you are? You will learn to breathe through what's wrong. Who the fuck do you think you are? Back it up.
Pick it up.
Yeah. Dude.
So good, man.
Their guitars. I feel like they're I was like, whoa, they're fucking tuning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's low.
I was like,
How
what
is
are
it
they
that
tuned
low?
to?
Yeah.
Why is it that low?
Yeah, one of those like early bands where like their tuning was so low.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like, oh, it's so doom, so gloomy.
Ooh.
Glonk.
And,
A lot of
and
glonk.
shouts to them for like just kind of sticking to their thing and just making it better as time has gone on. Because like the Acacia Strain hasn't really changed.
Yeah.
They've just like refined.
Yeah, that new song that they put out was
Fucking slaps.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's their first one, I think, with blast beats.
That album, forever, is going to be my favorite. But Continent right after it, Continent's so good. Too.
So angry. It was like the album I listened to while I used to run all the time because it's
nonstop.
Yeah.
But anyways, all right. Next one, another huge defining like band for me. More on the tech side, Veil of Maya.
Nice.
And their debut album, The Common Man's Collapse, came out the same time that the Boo New Rain or whatever
that was the first
album came out. So it was like it was Born of Osiris and Veil, and it's weird because like they were both like so technical but yet so different,
So unique, yeah.
And I was like, they were both on Sumerian, they're both huge.
It was like, wow, I want to do that. I want to be that.
And I listened to the guitar work and I was just like, how do I become good? Because
how do I write
so
stuff
far.
like this?
Yeah, I can't write this stuff.
Yeah.
So this is from the song Mark the Lines. It's probably one of my favorite like groovy, bouncy kind of riffs that Mark does. So
Mark the fucking lines. We have been double crossed.
Yeah, fuck.
so fun.
I remember like listening to that enough times to where like I learned it, and I would just be like, I'm fucking good, man.
Diggity.
I know
I could do it.
I know what this breakdown, what it is. Like
What
I
is
know
happening.
I know what all the parts are.
Yeah.
And I can do it with my mouth. Bugga-bam, 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 bugga-bam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm fucking good.
I
But
was always like, you know that Veil of Maya song? It's like bicka bam, bicka bam, bicka bam, bam, bicka 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 bam.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know that.
yeah.
Missed
Yeah.
opportunity for them to spell it M-A-R-C, like Mark spells his name, Mark the Line. But, you know.
Or they could have just called it bugga-bam, bugga-bam, bugga-bam.
Yeah.
Bands
That's
should
what they
do that
should've
more.
changed.
Like, they should name their titles after the guitar sounds. That's just
Yeah.
boogity, boogity, boogity.
It's the song is called Bugga-bam, 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 and then the guitar's like Bugga-bam, Bugga-bam.
I'm sure that's exactly how the
when they
Mark
were
and the
recording,
bassist. They're probably like, you remember that riff? That's like the bigga bang, bigga bang. Yo, let's
Yeah. They definitely have said.
That's probably how
they've
they
definitely said
communicate.
Bigga-bam before.
Yeah,
like
And
they
I
had to
haven't-
have said bigga bang.
yeah, they
Bigga-bam.
definitely said Bigga-bam to each other before because I've said that at least 1,000 times. in my life.
That's how I'm just going to greet you guys from now on. Just big bam,
Bam.
bam.
Big
You know,
bang,
like,
bang.
Bigga-bam, Bigga-bam.
Big
You're
bam.
like bigga bang, bigga bang.
Big
bam,
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 boom.
bam, big
And if
bam,
I'm sad, big bam, boom.
All right.
Bigga-bam, bro.
Enough.
What's the last one?
All right, the last one for me, 2009, a band that is no longer good. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't really care from today, but I love their old stuff. Parkway Drive, their album Horizons. It was a tough one for me because I think Killing with a Smile. I don't know if that's is that the album name before.
I believe so.
And that was 2006, and it's an incredible album.
Yeah.
But I was like, Horizons, it was like so impactful for me.
Yeah, Killing with a Smile.
Killing with a Smile.
Killing with a Smile.
So
Oh,
it was,
yeah.
it was tough. That
with
album
the kid
really
laying
good.
on the ground.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Horizons
Yeah,
is
Horizons
just,
was good.
I think it's so much more impactful.
think
And also, I think Horizons was done by Adam D. once again, man.
Hell yeah,
That's how
brother.
you know it's good.
But it was hard to pick a single because there's so many. But I
Yeah.
had to pick Boneyards.
Boner.
There's
I love those classic breakdowns. There's always the boom, bigga boom, bigga boom. That's always how every breakdown was written. It was the heavy bit and then like the little noodle.
I feel like I chose a lot of parts that had like a vocal line too before the part.
Yeah.
I just like realized that I was like, all the songs I pick, it's like a vocal line and then a breakdown.
Well, that was like a surefire way to get us fucking hyped back in the day. Just like stop the music, do like a vocal scream.
I mean, that's all A Day to Remember's. What the fuck is the name of that album? But basically, 2007. Why can't I remember it? Anyways, every single song was like, "This is the catchy part."
Oh yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like
Fight.
A Day to Remember.
Did you ever listen to them, Nick?
I did.
Yeah, pop punk metalcore. Yeah, Homesick was
That's the album. Every single song was like, this is a catchy part breakdown.
For those who have heart was the album that I listened to with them.
That's a good one too.
With
plot to bomb the Panhandle or whatever.
Plot to bomb the Panhandle, and then you have dude.
So many noises.
So many good noises.
Man.
So many
Anyways, that's all I got for you guys.
Well, I feel like there's got to be a second throwback week because it was,
I have to choose more well-known
covered
bands.
a lot, but not enough.
Next time, Jordan's going to bring his nostalgic vibes.
He just brings more.
So here's the band.
So actually, we're going to go back to 1986.
So Horse the band.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, I know them.
No, Horse the band, fuck.
Yeah.
They were a choice for me, but...
So we decided also to, you know what, we needed more throwbacks. That wasn't enough. I know that we've already been at this for, an hour now? I don't even fucking care. Fuck you. We're going to do a couple more. So we decided to do, instead of doing the Breakdown Bry, the classic segment that we do every week here, we're doing the Breakdown Bros.
Breakdown Bros.
Yeah. Breakdown Bros. And so we all decided to choose a dope breakdown because there's no way you can pick your favorite. There's so many of them, but just a memorable breakdown from those times, the early 2000s. And I'll start with mine. So I picked a breakdown from a band called As Blood Runs Black.
So good.
Classic.
Yeah. So I remember listening to this for the first time. Still, I was at John's house. Shout out to Jay Spleezy. He's in the Discord.
Jay Spleezy.
Appreciate you.
We were in his basement on his couch. We just grilled up some burgers on his grill, and we smoked a big bowl in his bubbler, which we named Mr. Bubbles.
Hell yeah.
And we were high as shit. I just remember sitting on his couch, just high as shit, with a burger in my hand, just and we decided to put this record on and listen to it, and it just fucking blew our minds.
Yeah.
The whole record, we were just just looking at each other this is crazy.
How to do this.
Shout out to Jay Spleezy. I know he remembers that time. That was a lot of fun. And so I picked a breakdown from what song did I pick it from? I don't even know actually.
We'll find out.
It's the one with the festival bass. Here it is.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah,
I think that was in Dying Days, wasn't it? Or
yes.
is that? Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I
So
forgot to write down.
Or
which
it might be
track
My Fears Have Become Phobias. It's one of those two.
It's My Fears Become Phobias.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's the one. Yeah, because I was gonna pick Dying Days initially because there was a breakdown there.
But you have to do that.
Then I was like, when I first heard that, I was like, how is that
How is he
possible?
moving so fast?
How is somebody going that fucking fast? That's crazy. I was
remember,
I quit.
reloading up that YouTube video on my 56K internet, just waiting 30 minutes for it to buffer that 20-second clip just 100 times because I was like, this is impossible.
Yeah.
I can't even move my legs that
I
fast.
sat down on my drums and I was trying to do it. It sounded like shit. And I was
Before
fuck.
you new heel toe or whatever.
Yeah. Before I knew that you could kind of
cheat
it a bit, but yeah.
Heel toe's a legit thing.
I mean, back then that was wild. That double bass that fast. Like that was, and then like
And that
the whole
felt-
record. To be honest, the whole record is full of like great riffs and breakdowns, and just like just a classic for me. So.
And then they just kind of disappeared. Like I think they released a few albums afterwards, but it was like
I never listened to anything else.
You can't top that double bass. Like you just can't.
Yeah.
Nice.
That,
Good shit.
that album was like it came after As I Lay Dying, Shadows Our Security, but it was like that on steroids.
Right.
Like it was like that album, but on steroids.
Yeah.
And it was so good.
Yeah. Good shit. Good shit. Well, my breakdown I'm bringing you guys. It's not the heaviest breakdown in the universe. Not the heaviest breakdown even probably on this list. But it is Misery Signals' Coma from their album Controller. Coma, I think, is probably one of the best songs that Misery Signals has ever written. This breakdown, which I mean, once you guys hear it, it's like, oh yeah, I know this breakdown. Starts off with like, you know, really kind of like cool drum fill, and then Carl's vocals just sound fucking crunch coral. Sound just crunchy, and like the lyrics, the reach into her guts, take back what's tangled up is just like such a fucking cool ass line. I don't know, it's still one of my favorite breakdowns ever. Let's give it a listen.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good. That whole album is good.
Yeah.
Controller's incredible.
See, it's not the heaviest shit in the whole entire world, like following up after As Blood Runs Black. It's like, what's this pussy shit? But like,
it's fun.
I don't know. It's
fast.
fucking good. Yeah.
It's fast. It's technical. It's just like I always got confused on their patterns sometimes.
Yeah.
Like when is it coming back around? Okay.
Yeah.
And still even to this day, like the rhythm that he's doing on like the crash with his feet and everything like that, it's always like
it's fucking weird.
It's really fucking weird. It's just one of those breakdowns that like still eludes me in some ways.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a good song, good breakdown.
It makes me want to like go back and listen to
Controller.
Just like, I mean, well, I guess like the other track that you played, just like makes me want to like start Misery Signals from the top and just like, just like revisit it.
I listened to
as, like,
Mirrors the other day, and Mirrors,
dude, Mirrors
so good,
Failsafe was my other thought. The breakdown in Failsafe was, give us a sign.
Maybe we should do a live stream. Where we just listen to
Misery Signals.
We definitely got to
start to finish.
We definitely got to do a second one of these.
Yeah,
it's not enough.
Yeah, the throwback. There's so much.
Yeah.
Bribery's got one for us as well, so it's not over yet.
It's not over yet. Yeah, last one. One of my favorite bands of all time. Definitely one of the bigger influences when I first started playing guitar, learning metalcore and all that stuff. The band Unearth.
Good shit.
And the album is The Oncoming Storm, I'm pretty sure. And the song I picked, the breakdown from it, is This Lying World. And you know it's a breakdown because he says breakdown.
This is a breakdown.
Let's listen. I love the
squeals in
so
there.
many squeals.
Yeah, back then that's what everybody in the room.
Yeah, that album was incredible for me growing up. So
shit,
dude,
yeah.
Man, so many good.
Man,
they don't make music like they used to.
These new bands all sound the same.
Y'all got more strings, but y'all play the same thing.
That rhyme.
Respect your elders.
Respect them. Respect copyright laws.
Respect your elders.
Squee.
Man, what a fun time.
It was fun getting to I mean, like I said, we've discussed the bands that have influenced us, and like there's some commonalities. But it was really fun to like sit down and see like what you guys would actually bring to the table. So
same. Yeah.
I'm sorry, my shit
like
you never heard of.
But it does help to inform some of your decisions today.
Well, now I'm gonna listen to Johnny Truant.
Dude, you got it. And when you do,
say,
I need like a number of how many times you came per song by the end of it.
And
I'll
photos.
let you know.
Yeah, and photos and video if you would like.
Photos of the cum.
Yeah, please.
That's important.
And don't like just like shoot out some icing somewhere. I can tell the difference.
Yeah. I know when it's cum.
That's not yours.
Yeah, I know when it's cum, buddy. So
I know when it's. That's what I have on my resume.
Wow.
Well, on that note, such a great time hanging out with you guys. Can't wait to do the next one. Episode 23 in the books.
Yeah,
check out all the things if you're still here. Check out the Discord. Check out Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff.
All of it.
The easiest way is go to our Instagram, click the link in our bio.
Yep.
There's a link tree, and that's going to show you everything. Join the Discord. Drop a dick
Come hang
pic.
out with us. Yeah, drop a dick pic, some cum pics.
I'll
verify their validity.
The academic.
Yep.
The cum academic.
Hell yeah, boys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, we will see you all next time. We haven't fully solidified who we're going to talk about next time. It could be To the Grave. It could be Viscera. We don't know.
A few new things coming out.
Yeah, we're going to figure it out.
If you have any suggestions,
it'll be a surprise.
Join the Discord.
Yeah.
Give us a suggestion. You know?
Yeah, write it on a piece of paper that you came on. Take a picture of that.
I would like a tribute.
Okay.
All right, well, anyway. Mom, hope you didn't listen to this one. So sorry if you did. Bye.
Bye-bye.